Good evening, YouTube. It's your boy Prodigy. I'm back with a Werner trucking slash life update. I know it's been a long time. I actually made an update video and it got lost and I couldn't upload it, so I am no longer employed with Werner. I need to answer a bunch of you guys' questions. I haven't gone over the video to look at the questions, but I'll be making another update video for all my trucker subscribers. But that'll probably be my last trucking video, unfortunately. So, to go from where I left off, I know it was some pay questions. I'll just give you the whole rundown. I worked for Werner. I worked for Werner from January 2018 until almost August. I want to say like the third week of July. So pretty much 8 months. I totally enjoyed my time over there. They're very professional. I would suggest working for them in a heartbeat. They're very good to me. As far as pay goes and what I did, I was a part of the Home Depot account in South Carolina. It was based out of Casey. I had a 2018 International, which I know a bunch of people don't like because it's got the new cruise control system on it, and well, the new active cruise control system on it. But I enjoyed the truck. It did what it needed to do. Passing was a bitch, but it's whatever. So I usually averaged around 2,000 miles. If I pushed hard, if I was being lazy and didn't get in, I averaged about 1,800 miles. You usually get about no less than 1,800 miles, but you get paid depending on your experience. If you've been working for Werner for less than 10 months, it's 44.5 cents, and then once you're past 10 months, this is on the account that I was on, you're 46.5 cents. My dispatcher is very good about getting me loads. Yeah, all I can say, I have nothing to say but good things about it. The yard was a little hectic, and it could be backed up a little bit because they need a bigger building. But overall, the account was nice. I enjoyed it. I ran south only, which I enjoyed because I didn't have to deal with snow. I ran from Florida to Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Virginia. I ran a lot in Georgia. A lot in Georgia and Charlotte. About every other week I'd run to Jacksonville. It was very simple routes, just basically 95 and 20, and yeah, it was nice. If you guys have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. I'll give Werner I'd say an 8.5 out of 10. As far as the trucking lifestyle, the reason I left Werner, I've never been good at mapping, and that's all on me. I should have trained on trip planning more, and I didn't do it, and I ended up getting a ticket for looking at my phone GPS as I passed it around in Georgia, because as everybody knows, with the CDL, you're not supposed to be on your phone. And they had a trap set up for truckers. I got pulled over along with like 6 other trucks for the same thing, I'm assuming. And normally they fire you for that because it's a big offense. But since I hadn't been in any wrecks or speeding tickets or anything, they let me off with a warning, and they told me if anything else happens, I'll have to come back and proper action would be taken. And it went from there, and I definitely wasn't on my phone anymore, that's for sure. But that was in May, and I had decided that trucking was not what I needed in my life at the moment. I had a bunch of issues family issues going on, and financial issues. But to say about the financial issues, that was all on my own accord. The pay from Werner was very very good for somebody with no experience. You know, I went in there with zero experience, and I didn't have a contract, and I was slated to make 50,000 my first year. But I had a family, and the healthcare portion for somebody who's single is great. But if you have a family, and a wife that has, well, just a family in general that needs a lot of medical attention, it can add up. And it's just something I wasn't used to coming out of the military, and it was a lot for me. And then I messed up my W-4, and I had a lot of taxes coming out, so I wasn't meeting what I needed to. Like I was making it by, but I just wasn't meeting what I needed to. And I didn't want to do over the road because I have a son, and I had a newborn child at the time. He was born. He was only like 3 months old when I started working for Werner. So it wasn't what I needed to be doing at the time. So I ended up coming back in the military. So as most of you know, I was in the Marines, and now I'm in the Army. I had around June time frame, I had decided I was going to go back in the military, and that August was going to be my last. Well, the first week in August was going to be my last week working for Werner, and I was coming through. Actually, on the way home, I was going to stop because I had a pick up a load in Barnwell County, South Carolina, which is 15 minutes from where I live, and they had the Operation Southern Shield thing going on, and I was going through middle of nowhere town. Didn't even realize I was still in a town limit, and I was going 45 and a 35, and I ended up getting a ticket, and knew I was probably going to get fired after that, so I just ended up quitting early because I was going to quit 2 weeks after that anyways, so just quit early, and that's really the only reason I stopped trucking. It wasn't that because I didn't enjoy it. It's just it wasn't what I needed to be doing at the time in my life. But yeah, that's the whole reason I'm not working for Werner, and I'm back in the military now. For anybody that's, has nothing to do, you're single, and even if you have a family, you just get into trucking, man. And, you'll enjoy it. It'll change your life. It really did. It would have changed. It would have changed a lot of stuff for me. It did change a lot of stuff for me. I was able to afford my own apartment for the first time in my life, and it was paying all the bills. It just wasn't for me at the time. I'll definitely get back into it later on in my life. I think once I'm older and kids are a little older, I'll definitely get back into it. I'm gonna keep my CDL, that's for sure. I enjoy trucking. It's a great industry. If you're thinking about doing it, I'd say go for it. Especially if you're single. It is a single man's game, that is for sure. But if you have any questions, just put them in the comments below, and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. Sorry that this took so long for the update. And as for trucking videos, I'm probably not gonna be making much more. But stay tuned for content. I'm definitely gonna try to make some more videos, and I'll definitely answer trucking questions if that's what you're coming here for. So thank you guys. Great audience.